more, we're joined by Ferdinand Fichtner from the DIW German Institute for Economic Research. Now, it'd be interesting to know what you make of this cooperative system. Is this a model that can really help a debt-stricken country out of the crisis?
The thing is, for Spain right now, everything is good, which creates flexibility. And if it's such a cooperative, which simplifies workers moving from a weak sector to a strong sector, like from the housing industry to the export industry, it's a good thing. I'm not sure if it really solves the crisis in Spain or the recession in Spain, but it's, of course, it creates flexibility, and flexibility is good in the current situation.
And in this current situation, could this system be adopted by another country that is struggling right now, or is this a wrong time?
I think I have doubt that that this cooperative system really works for an economy as a whole. But I think if we take it as a symbol for policies creating flexibility, I think this is something that could really be taken over by other countries like Greece or Italy or Portugal.
Well, there you've mentioned three already that have mountains, huge mountains of debt. Then there's, of course, there's Ireland. And a lot of, basically, there is not a single Eurozone country that does not have a mountain of debt. Germany and France, heavyweights, are no exception there. But if we compare Germany with other Eurozone countries, we can see that the German economy, GDP, post-GDP growth, which is about twice as high, we can see it here clearly, than in other Eurozone economies, despite the crisis. Now, what makes Germany so strong?
The thing is, what we just suggested for Spain, the structural change is something that has already taken place in Germany over the last 10 to 15 years. We are already strong in terms of exports. We are already exporting machinery, for example, investment goods to China. So we are participating in this strong, or we can benefit from the strong growth we see in emerging economies, and this is something that helps the current, that helps in the current situation in Germany, and this is clearly something that is lacking in Spain or the other crisis economies.
Do you see a chance for these other economies to catch up one way or the other?
It's a question of time. They will have to, and it's already happening, I think. They are already focusing more on competitiveness, which is certainly an important variable in this whole context. So in a way, it's already taking place, but it will take over the next 10 years, most likely.
Now, the German economy is still going relatively strong. The outlook for this year is, growth outlook is something like 0.7%. I think your institute says 0.6%. How sustainable is it? Are there any pitfalls?
Well, the thing is, it all depends on the evolvement of the crisis, of the euro crisis. If we assume, and it's a pure assumption, if we assume that the crisis ends in the first half of this year, it's more than likely that the German economy can start growing very quickly again and match the growth rates we've seen in the last 2 years. But if the crisis stays with us for a longer time, the situation could evolve much worse.
Just briefly in the end, German economics minister Philipp Rösler said there can be no talk of a recession in Germany. Do you agree?
No, I don't.
Okay. Ferdinand Fichtner, on this note, thank you very much for joining us today.